the business charged with the private information of millions of Facebook users to impact how human beings' voice is not shy on its world briefcase. Policy advising company Cambridge Analytica is cladding questions above if it utilized private information to influence the result of the US 2016 president poll and the UK Brexit plebiscite. But its achieve extends so for the UK and US. In its website boast of support more than rather than 100 campaigns through 5 continents. The business has hanging its director, Alexander Nix, who was shot as portion of a Canal 4 inquiry giver examples of how the company could swinging elections about the planet in backstage tactics such as smudge campaigns and med traps. The UK-based business, that denies any offence, has an wide recording of job overseas. There's which we aware on it. As portion of the Canal 4 inquiry, management team told Cambridge Analytica and its parental business strategy communication laboratories, school, had treated in more than rather than 200 elections through the planet, consisting in the Bohemian Republic. We've fair utilized a various organization to run a really success draft in an East Europe nation wherever, not one though knew they were down there, business execution Mark Turnbull told. CA's offered reforms permitted the side to execute for its original consumer expectations at a period of turbulent in Italian policy, it says. School succeeded in supporting the unity of the coalition to provide a difficult-fought win, an old position on the school website reads. Same definitive draft paper was brought to the CEO of paper was major in after domestic decisions, the business says. Cambridge Analytica was utilized 2 times to assist safe win for Kenya CEO Uhuru Kenyatta, at first in 2013, later once again in 2017. But Mr. Turnbull said Canal 4 their entry in fact went lot future. We include rebranded the whole side 2 times, spelled the manifest, made study, analyze, exchanging messages. I believe we wrote all the speeches and we staged the entire item, so fair on each item of the applicant, he told. Mr. Kenyatta's anniversary side has downplayed the effect of the team, proverb it involved the business's parental business, school, to assist in brand. But the nation's major opposition coalition, the Domestic Excellent Association, NASA, has named for a complete inquiry to be transferred of. In July 2017, Cambridge Analytica show how it had teamed up in a telephone app in Mexico and Colombia named, that gives users complimentary facility in exchanging for observer adverts and take surveys. Down there's a enormous prospect in the nation to discover the issues how are essential for human beings and in fact rotate human beings out to voice, Cambridge Analytica's defect president of industry growth, Brittany Emperor, told. Individually, it was informed in October how the chief of operative for Cambridge Analytica in Mexico, Ariel Vallecaro, had located an ad on a Facebook web page for foreigners residing in the nation. Cambridge Analytica after rejected how Ms. Caro was transport out any policy job for the company. Mr. Nix as well set out how Cambridge Analytica is not work for any policy side in Mexico. Ca Ponte, a association among Cambridge Analytica and Brazilian consulting company Ponte Estratégia, also been in concern in representatives of 3 capacity candidates, onto Bloomberg. Cambridge Analytica is portion of the India branches of the school team that giving policy campaigning control amongst its services. It inclusive India's 2 major policy parties, the governing Bharatiya Janata side, BJP, and Convention, amongst its clients. He names amongst them the 2014 general poll that swept Main Secretary Narendra Modi to force. In the Canal 4 inquiry, Malaysia was mentioned as one of the countries in that Cambridge Analytica had managed. A term of the nation's opposition side is now inviting on Main Secretary Najib Razak to show if he utilized the company in the 2013 general poll. Main Secretary Najib Razak must explanation if he utilized Cambridge Analytica to handle voters, and if he is with immoral manipulate techniques in the forthcoming poll, Wan Saiful Wan January told in a declaration. Mr. Razak has rejected with the business, though its website says it backed his side in a AIM exchanging messages campaigning allocation their high school improved with 2008.